Today we're checking out my personal top boxes of 2016. Welcome to It Came From a Box. I'm Sergio AM, as you can see right here, right down there. That's my lower third. Anyways, it's 2017, a new year, and I want to start off right by taking a look back at my personal top boxes of 2016. One thing you'll notice is that many of these have not yet been on the channel, but they will be soon. I'm currently editing that, so keep an eye out for that next.
A majority of my videos are made up of a ton of B-roll, a lot of it. So in 2016, I started shooting some of it with a macro lens because I wanted to show more detail to help give viewers an idea of how these textures look up close, which lets you imagine how it feels. Something a normal lens can't always do. That's where the Canon EFM 28mm f3.5 macro lens comes into play. This is an incredibly fun to use lens. So why is it on the list? It's lightweight and retractable, it has great optics and produces gorgeous shots. It has a handy super macro mode, which gives you a higher magnification of up to 1.2 times, and finally, it has built-in lights. That is perfect because with macro, it can be a pain to light things that are right in front of your lens. Love this little guy, it's always on my Canon EOS M3. One thing you will learn about me in 2017 is that I am a huge fan of bags. So of course I included a camera bag, which is now a favorite, and that is the Sling by Peak Design. I backed this on Kickstarter and boy did they deliver, not only literally but in many other ways. This is a sleek, lightweight, and expandable camera bag which is incredibly well thought out and made by a very passionate group of people. It's products like this one, which is why I like things so much. It's not because they are things, but it's what goes into making it, designing it, and creating it. Next on our list is a gaming peripheral. We actually have two. First, let's go over my current favorite, which is a mouse. And that is the SteelSeries Rival 700. Why? Primarily, the amazingly accurate Pixar 3360 sensor, which is currently my favorite. So much so that I actually went and replayed a lot of my favorite first-person shooter games just to experience them again with this mouse. Other things I love about it include how it feels in hand with different textures throughout. Love all the large and easy to access buttons, especially for your thumb. And of course, it has a screen on it, which helps me change options without ever having to leave the game. But I do have one issue with this mouse, and that is the tactile alerts only work with less than a handful of games. Extremely disappointing. The ones that do work with it blew my mind and truly changed the way I played them, so it's sad to see such a tremendous feature just go to waste due to the lack of support. Let's hope that changes in 2017. Then for our next peripheral is of course a keyboard, because I don't know how this came to be, but I just review a lot of keyboards even though it's not that many yet. But yes, I tend to go through a lot of keyboards, so I pretty much had to add this list. And that one is the Razer BlackWidow X Tournament Edition, which I used to say TE Edition, and a lot of people got peeved by that, which I completely understand. In my opinion, it's too loud for things such as streaming or to use during calls, but I stopped caring because I'm such a big fan of how it feels to use this thing. Razer's green switches feel a lot like MX Blues, so they're very accurate and fun to type with for hours on end. It's also my favorite size for a keyboard because I rarely use numpads, and my mouse pad is pretty big, so I don't want to use up that much space on my desk. Then we also have this new look which highlights the shape of the keys due to them removing that upper plate and exposing that metal frame. That also makes the chroma lighting look that much better because it leaks beneath the keys, looks really cool. So on average, I use this keyboard about 10 hours a day since I purchased it, so that should give you an idea of how much I like it. Hint hint, a lot. This next one is actually a game, but not a video game, a card game. I stumbled upon it while looking for a new and simple game to play with family during the holidays. I wanted something that was easy to pick up and learn, which is how I found Control. Control is a strategic yet simple card game. It launched on Kickstarter earlier last year, and if you're like me and missed it, they're currently manufacturing a second batch, which you can pre-order at keymastergames.com. Now, I can't spend too much time explaining how it works, but it's a very quick 2 to 4 player card game, which can take on average 5 to 15 minutes to play. As they explained it on their Kickstarter, players are time travelers who've been caught in a rupture in space-time and displaced outside time. Each player must use fuel cells, the cards, to refuel their own time machine or stop other players from refueling theirs first. Pretty much what you're trying to do is get 21 on the table, and that's a really bad and quick way of explaining it, but there's more that goes into it. So if you want to learn more, I'd suggest checking out their how to play video, which I'll put on the screen right here. But take my word for it, it's a really fun game. My favorite collectible of 2016 is, ironically enough, an expensive box. Actually, maybe it just makes a lot of sense that that's my favorite thing. Anyways, it's a replica from Blizzard's Hearthstone, and as I said in that video, I've wanted it ever since I first opened the game. It's just a really pretty replica, well thought out and built. It doesn't do much, but the logo glows and it has that speaker which plays the theme song whenever you open it. And you know, really not much else to say here. It's just a really nice, pretty box, which I use for my pocket dumps. Yes, pocket dumps. My favorite box of 2016 is the last one we reviewed, and it's the Pixel XL by Google. It should be fairly obvious why. I spent so much time on that video. It has a crappy mono speaker, large distracting bezels, the design is uninspired, and it's sadly not waterproof. Yet still, we have a truly powerful phone which provides the latest and greatest Android Nougat experience. I love multitasking on this phone, love playing games on it, and as a previous Nexus user, we've been waiting so long for a good camera, and the Pixel delivers. I don't even know how many pictures I've taken with this phone since I got it, but I mean, I can't stop. I'm constantly spamming that camera now. So if you're looking for a new phone in the realm of Android, be sure to check out the Pixel. VR is all over the place right now, and this headset definitely earned a spot on our list. It's Google's Daydream View. I've purchased almost about 5 VR headsets in this year alone to use with my phone, and most of those experiences were just all right. They weren't mind-blowing, they were okay at best. This is because the phone and the software were just not up to par. The Pixel, on the other hand, can handle a lot more, which is why it's the first phone compatible with Google's Daydream platform. I'm very glad that they took VR seriously this time around with a concise menu that has all the things you need in just one place. It also comes with a motion controller that adds so much to the experience. But most importantly, in my opinion, the reason this is such a success is that it's under $100, with the biggest con being that you of course need a phone that's compatible with the Daydream platform.
And there it is. Those are our top boxes of 2016. So one thing I did want to bring up is that a lot of the boxes on here seem sort of random, and it's because originally this was going to be sort of an award video where I would hand out awards based on what we looked at throughout the year. But that wasn't the case, which is why we're going to do that at the end of 2017. That means every video after this will be considered for that type of award, and I will be hunting and trying out a lot more products and listening to you guys as well. So I hope this sort of served as a good teaser of things to come and other videos you can look forward to. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. The reason I do this is because of you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you for the next box.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to help us out, you can do so by clicking that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, why not subscribe for more content? It's free. We also love to hear you out, so please leave a comment down below or talk with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm Sergio IM, and I'll see you for the next box.